From a large and lavish car collection to a diet that certainly isn't cheap, here's everything you need to know about the expensive lifestyle of Jaylen Brown. So who is Jaylen Brown and how does he earn his money? Jaylen Brown is an American basketball player who doubles as the shooting guard and small forward for the Boston Celtics. He's been a rising star in the sport over the years, reaching the all-star level in terms of skill, success, and wealth. At 26 years old, he currently has a net worth of about $10 million. That's a lot of money for a young athlete from humble beginnings. Jaylen began playing basketball professionally in 2016 after being scouted by various teams. He was the third pick for the Boston Celtics that same year and has been with them ever since. As a professional basketball player, he has strength and conditioning requirements, meaning Jaylen has to spend a lot of time training. Because of that, he spends a lot of time in the gym and on the court. But Jaylen is dedicated to his sport and his health. He trains hard, even while he's on vacation and during the off-season. He has to constantly maintain his strength, agility, and skills. Speaking of his health, Jaylen Brown tries to maintain a vegetarian diet. That means he must find creative meals to fuel his body and get enough protein to recover from his training. Doing so probably isn't cheap. However, he has admitted that on occasion, he'll eat chicken or fish, but he has expressed a goal to become vegan.
I'm majority plant-based, staying light, not having some meat in your stomach, drink a lot of water, eat a lot of plants, eat a lot of vegetables.
With growth in the market for meat and dairy substitutes, there's no doubt that he can hit that goal. Although going vegan can be costly as well, adding to his expenses. Coming off the back of expenses, Jaylen Brown has a mansion in Wellesley, Massachusetts, which was constructed on 1.53 acres of land. The sleek and modern home was listed for sale in January 2020 for $11 million. Brown bought the property later that year, in June, for $7.8 million. That's quite a bargain. This purchase made it easier for him to live and work in the state. The mansion features a whopping 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms. I would not like to be the one who has to tidy those rooms. The home also has 11-foot ceilings, which are more than enough to accommodate Jaylen's height of 6 feet 6 inches. The important question is whether he has a large enough garage to house his car collection. You would expect someone like Jaylen to have amassed a large collection of expensive cars. He does have a collection, but it's not as excessive or opulent as others. At the start of his career, he actually didn't own a car. As we mentioned, the player came from humble beginnings. After earning the big bucks at the professional level, Jaylen actually bought a car for his mother. During an interview for All the Smoke, Jaylen mentioned wanting to pay his mother back for her support throughout his life.
So it's great to be able to just do stuff for her and let her travel and have that freedom and see that happiness.
That desire to repay her support definitely showed in how he spoke about his mother. Shifting back to cars, he would eventually get his own car, a Mazda CX-9. With the base price of the vehicle being $35,000, it seems modest for a pro athlete. However, that was just the start. Jaylen went on to add others to his collection. He obtained the Audi Q5, which is priced around $43,500. The SUV features a 4-cylinder engine with a 7-speed clutch transmission. This gives the car nearly 200 horsepower. Next, there was the Porsche Macan. For this sporty crossover, he had to pay at least $80,000. For the extra thousands, the Macan comes with LED headlights and adaptive seats, which are heated and ventilated. Finally, Jaylen got a Range Rover Evoque. These luxury vehicles start at about $45,000 and get more expensive as you add features. For a seemingly affordable car, it already boasts a wide range of features. The most notable are the 250 horsepower, advanced climate control, and ventilated seats. One can only imagine that Jaylen had a few customizations in mind so he could ride in style. Speaking of style, when it comes to clothes, Jaylen has some expensive taste. Whether it's his social media or candid paparazzi photos, the pro athlete can be seen in different designer brands. Some of these include Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton, and Marni. The cost of his outfits vary greatly, and he has been seen in several $1,000 outfits. Most of these feature 1 or 2 expensive designer items. Sick is a Rick Owens bomber jacket worth over $2,000. He usually has some other fashionable items, such as Louis Vuitton bags and Apple AirPods. At the start of his career, he signed a clothing and footwear contract with Adidas. In interviews, he's mentioned having a unique style. He's also gone on to mention wanting to design his own clothes and brand someday. We can't wait to see what he comes up with. What does the pro athlete enjoy outside of basketball? When he's not on the court, Jaylen enjoys classical music. He even has a record player as well as a collection of classical records. After receiving one of his first big paychecks, he went and bought himself a piano. Jaylen expressed wanting to learn how to play when he was younger, but his family couldn't afford lessons at the time.
Nah, always wanted to learn,
Yeah.
but we couldn't afford piano lessons growing up. So
Right.
my first little flex, like I didn't get a car, I got like a grand piano and put it in my house.
Jaylen also describes himself as a bookworm, expressing interest in history, other languages, and meditation. You have to admire the fact that he continues to read and learn in his free time. He cited his mother as the source for that desire to continue growing mentally. In addition to bettering himself, Jaylen Brown puts time, money, and effort into bettering his community. He established the Juice Foundation, a foundation to raise awareness for disadvantaged youth. In addition to that, he donates money to worthy programs and charities when he can. He has partnered up with institutions such as Harvard, MIT, and the University of California, Berkeley, to encourage students of different backgrounds to pursue STEM careers. Brown has even taken the time to give lectures on the importance of technology and education. Although many see him as an inspiration on the court, his mission is to show children that anything is possible for them.
I've done a little bit of everything. Like I gave a lecture at Harvard on education.
In terms of relationships, Brown hasn't been very vocal on the subject. For several years, there were rumors of a relationship between him and Jacqueline Holloway. Several sites report that she is an active Instagram model and social media influencer. The two had been seen together on multiple occasions as he rose to fame. However, both Brown and Holloway never confirmed or denied the relationship. In more recent news, Jaylen has been seen with Bernice Burgos, another influencer and model. She works with several brands, including Fashion Nova. She's also made multiple posts showing off Boston Celtic gear. Rumors state that they started dating in late 2022, after a photo of the two circulated the internet. She has since been at several of his games. However, Brown and Burgos have not confirmed the relationship.
Hey, are the rumors true? Are the rumors true about you and Jaylen Brown dating?
If the rumors are true, one can imagine he pays for some pretty expensive dates. If you had the chance to date a model, wouldn't you? By the looks of it, Jaylen is flexing a solid career, plenty of money, and potential relationships with models. He doesn't flaunt his wealth too much, except maybe in some of his outfits. He even gives back and donates to improve the lives of others. He also uses the money he earns to keep learning. He trains to maintain his athleticism and skills. So, from a luxury home to lavish dates, these are pieces that make up Jaylen Brown's expensive lifestyle.